Welcome to my channel, my name is Dima and today I will show you how to add ILS and different waypoints to your flight simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Okay, let's go. It is my second video on this topic. First was about how to add VOR, DME or NDB to Microsoft Flight Simulator, make a big step-by-step guide, and today will be, I think, little bit shorter guide because more easy to add ILS and waypoints. It's very easy to add. So if you want more information, I will refer to my previous video with all these links, but also in this my video I will copy all these links here. And for the purpose of creating an ILS, you will need a little nav map. It will be easier for you to use this application. With this application, it will be easier for you to make a custom ILS anywhere you want. So I recommend you to use this free application called Little Nav Map. Also, link will be in description. Okay, so let's go. Today, as you see, we have a Kyiv city, and there is small airport. Actually, it's not too small. It's aerodrome where actually Antonov aircrafts were manufactured, and it has runway almost 1,800 meters, and we will add the ILS because, as you see here in Little Nav Map and in game, they think that this runway is not works, but anyway, we will add an ILS here. And also in description you will find a code named UKKT ILS showcase, and I will explain you all these values from where you need to find them and where to put all this text inside a game. So let's move forward. First of all, open Little Nav Map and open my txt files that I attached to you. So let's start with ILS because it is more difficult. First of all, we need ILS latitude and longitude. Actually, it's not ILS latitude and longitude, it is localizer latitude and longitude. And just for your information, ILS consists of two ground-based aids, navigational aids. One create some kind of plane and horizontally, and one is vertically called glide slope, and horizontally called localizer, and this is called LOC. And also sometimes ILS has DME, and usually DME have the same position as glide slope, or it can be moved to the runway threshold. It depends, but anyway, today I will show you that DME is installed with glide slope. It is most common way to use DME with ILS. Okay, so let's move. Okay, so we are starting with ILS latitude and longitude. What do we need? Okay, first of all, open Little Nav Map, and we have some kind, if you can see, this airport show that it is closed, but actually it works, but only with one direction. For landing it is runway 14, and for departure it is runway 32. So let's make an ILS to land to the city. And what we need to take opposite threshold. For example, if we are going to land with a course of 137 magnetic, so we go to the opposite threshold, and we need to measure 0.5 nautical miles from this place somewhere here. So, okay, click right mouse to the threshold, measure distance from here, and measure 0.5 nautical miles. Let it be somewhere here. Okay. Also, it's important to have the same magnetic value as landing course, so we try to get 137 magnetic and 0.5 nautical miles. Okay, now we have this kind of location. Click right mouse here, click user points, add user point here, and we receive some kind of latitude and longitude. Or we can go to change this value to another format. As you see, it is decimal here, so let's go and check it. For this purpose, I will use the program called, not the program actually, but site called Online Converter. Again, links will be in description. And what we need to just put here the values. Okay, 15, here is 27, 55.91, and longitude is 30, 23, 56, 00. Okay, then press here, and as you see, it will show you some kind of location. Just check it is somewhere near runway. Okay, and now you can see the latitude and longitude in decimal degrees. So just input here. Okay, copy paste, and this value again copy paste. Then you can see here an altitude in meters. It is altitude of localizer, and unfortunately on this side we not seen altitude, and also in little nav map there is no altitude as I see from here. So I recommend you to use another website called Flight Altitude. Just go to this online converter and click somewhere on the center of runway, and you will find these coordinates. Then copy these coordinates to this website that I will provide in the description, and you will find some kind of altitude. Click search, and you will find 171 meters. Okay, 171 meters. Copy here, put here 171. Okay, heading. Heading, it is actually magnetic heading of the runway, so you can come back to little nav map, and you can see this heading is 137 magnetic. Okay, so put here heading 137. Frequency, it is frequency of an ILS, so I will use this value 111.1 just to show you. It's easy to remember. Okay, next one is magnetic variation. In previous video I have described you what is it, but here to be more easy I will show you what you need to do. Come back to little nav map, come back to this position, and click somewhere right mouse near the airport, click user point, add user point, you will find magnetic declination 8.2 east. If you see this east, you need to subtract this value from 360 degrees. In my case, we need to do 360 minus 8.2, and we receive value 351.8. If you will see here, for example, 5 degrees east, it will be 355 here. So 360 minus 5 east, it will be 355. Okay, if you see here west, for example 5 west, it will be for you just 5, because 360 plus 5 it will be like 5. It is in degrees, so just put the value west. If you here see here, for example, if it will be 8.2 west, just put it here 8.2. Okay, in my case we come back to 351.8 because we have magnetic declination 8.2 east. Okay, then we go to ident. Ident, it's like identification name of your ILS. For this ILS to see in the game, just start it with Y and then put 2 other values that you want. No difference, but try not to use, I will show you nearest one, because for example, we have an ILS here. It has 111.9 and the identification is IGO and I Lima Charlie. So not use this one that are nearest to the ILS that you want to create. Not to be confused, not to catch another glide slope. And not to tune wrong frequency. Okay, so we will use IXU. And name ILS and the number of runway. In our case, it is runway 14. You can see here 14. It is with cross, but for example, for this runway, it is 08. Our localizer will be at the end of runway. So we are going from to land with a magnetic course 137, and the opposite we create localizer and create coordinates. Like this width, you can put here 5 or 10 degrees. It is like width of the localizer. I recommend you just leave here 5 and it will be fine. Now we come to the glide slope, and actually glide slope provides a place where an aircraft will land. Near that place. So usually it is approximately 300 or 400 meters near the runway, after the runway threshold. So maybe it is between 0.2 nautical miles, something like that. So what we do, we just measure distance from here, and you can see 0.91, 0.2 nautical miles, here 3, so let it be somewhere here, okay? Just remember this value again, user point, add user point, and we have another data. But to be more precise, you can move this waypoint, because actually in real life you cannot put any glide slope, any beacon on the runway, so usually it is located on the left or to the right from the runway. Let's be more precise and just take 90 degrees from this point. Let it be somewhere here, user point, add user point here, and we will use these coordinates for our glide slope. Come back to converter online and let's put here our new values. Okay, 50, 29, and here is 4.46. Here is 30, 22, 48.90. Okay, click here, open, and let's check where is it. It's fine location for us, it's somewhere here, and we can copy this latitude and longitude coordinates to our latitude and longitude of glide slope. Okay, copy paste, and longitude again, copy paste. Altitude, it's not too important, just use this value which with localizer, it's not a great important. Pitch 3 degrees. Usually glide slope have 3 degrees. It is 5.24%, and if you do for some kind of already existed airport, you can just open chart that you find somewhere, and you can find this value on the chart. Okay, if it is not published, you can use just standard 3 degrees value and you will be fine. But in some airports it could be more or less, but standard value is 3 degrees. For example, London, UK, UKLC airport, London City Airport have 5.5 degrees glide slope, which is almost twice higher than the standard one. But in our case, we will use 3 degrees, it's fine. Range 27 nautical miles, it is like basic value. I think it's a little bit too much for glide slope, but let it be like it is in my standard example, not a huge difference. And also we will copy DME, latitude and longitude, that is the same with glide slope. Okay, use the same altitude like here and keep the same range like with glide slope. Okay, and that's pretty much it. And just small addition, if you build an ILS for real existing airport, so you can open Google Maps, and on example of Borispil Airport, I will show you how to find ILS position, localizer and glide slope position on a map. For example, we are going to land on runway 36 left in Borispil Airport. Let's zoom in this threshold, 36 left, you can see, and on the left you can find a glide slope position, and usually it is near this, it's actually landing position here, so usually it is near this one, the glide slope is located. and you can see puppy light which allocated the same position like this. And if we're speaking about localizer, let's go to another threshold of runway 18 right, and we will see that here is the actual position of localizer. You just can click here and you will see the position of localizer, and you can then copy and insert these coordinates as localizer position. And also you can do the same with glide slope. Just click somewhere here and you will receive actual position of glide slope of real world aerodrome. I will show you now the source from where I find all this information. It is this link I will leave in description. FS developer forum, and this guy here created not only waypoints, ILS, also he creates seed stars and approaches, and if you have some time you can experiment with this one, but to be honest, I try to do this one, but for me it is too complicated, and actually I do not need this. And in the next video I will show you how I create all these procedures in much easier way, but only for Boeing 737 from PMDG, because they have a separate kind of database. But for now I will show you where I find information about an ILS. Here it is, example of this author, and you can read all this if you want. And from here, which is important for my video, it is how to create waypoints inside the game. So let's start with waypoints, and first waypoint is over some kind of VOR, and we can identify that is over VOR. Usually these waypoints are created over, you understand, VORs or DMEs, and in previous example we create actually the navigational aid that you can tune frequency and use, but using only this row, only waypoint creation, you will create only waypoint over this VR with the same latitude and longitude. Okay, let's move to the third type of waypoint. It's a waypoint type called named, and it is most of the waypoint that you can find with 5 letters. It is such kind of waypoints: LAPFA, CAFIL, PISO, GOL, QSE. Almost all the waypoints around the world have this 5 letters designation. So you just put here the name of this waypoint. Okay, let's try DIM-XX. Okay, DIM-XX not in game, so we'll use like this DIM-XX, and we will create somewhere a waypoint. And the RNAV waypoint, it is the most interesting one, and these waypoints are usually used for some kind of approaches or arrivals. I will show you now how where you can find them. For example, we have RNAV arrival or departure somewhere. Okay, let me show you the difference between these waypoints. For example, on this chart you can see waypoints, 5-letter waypoint that I showed you before, NEMIP and QVAL, and you can see numerous RNAV waypoint that usually have this kind of star designator, and this one is have a standard triangle identification, triangle symbol on the charts. So if you see triangle and 5 letters, it will go to the type of waypoint called named, and if you see kind of empty stars like here and with numbers included, so it will be RNAV waypoints. Okay, so we can create something like the M9999. It's fine. And VOR, it will be just, let's put DIM. Okay, okay, not DIM, let it be MAT. Okay, perfect. What else we need to put here? Of course, we need to put latitude and longitude of this waypoint. So let's move to our chart. or website. I will use this website, and I will create some waypoints. For example, let it be somewhere here over railway station. For example, I just put here a mark, copy latitude and longitude. Again, magnetic variation, you can use the same that in location, the same. I put just 352, but I don't know if it's very important to use exact value or just put here 0. I don't know. I will put 352. Let it be like it is. Waypoint type, I put VOR, and the 3-letter MAT, and waypoint region UK. About regions, just put here the 2-letter designator of your country where this waypoint will be located. In my case, it is UK, because UK goes to Ukraine on this site. This site again will be in the description below. For example, for England, for United Kingdom, it will be EEG. For United States, it will be just K. Okay, let's move forward and create another waypoint, and this one, it will be goes over the Dnipro river, somewhere in over Obolon region, where is Ukrainian beer is produced. Let it be these coordinates. Again, nothing to change, and put here waypoint name. I put DMXX, nothing special. And the last one is Arnav waypoint. We will put it somewhere on a final approach course. Let it be like kind of transition somewhere here. Okay. Again, just put here coordinates of it. The same procedure here, UK and waypoint identification. Let it be like this. Okay, now save this txt file that you have already edited. And let's move to the game. And I will show you where you need to input all this data about your ILS. Just go to your game, go to options, general options, then developers, and turn on developer mode. Okay, click apply and save, and you will see on the top left dev mode options. And now you can go and load into the airport that you want to create an ILS. For me it is UKKT Antonov 1 airport, and let me load set as departures here, and you can use any kind of aircraft, but for me it's more easy to use Vision Jet because it's loaded fast and it shows everything that we needed. Okay, click ready to fly, and let's check if there is 111.1 frequency exist and ILS exist. I will turn on now 1 and click here 111.1, click enter. Sorry, I need to click such way, and click here nav source nav 1. It shows localizer and bearing nav 1, but nothing special here you can see. No identification of ILS, so no actual ILS, and you cannot see the course, landing course of this ILS. So no ILS for now, and we will go to add it later with this code, but just let me show you that it's nothing here for now. Okay, and let's move to flight plan and try to add some waypoint, for example MAT. So MAT, it's only in Saudi Arabia, something MAT 3 Romeo. Okay, maybe it is kind of arrival or something like that. What is next? We want to check waypoint DM999. DM somewhere in China, and 999, no match found. So no this point yet in a game, and last one that we want to check, it is dim2x. Okay, dim somewhere in Ukraine, dim up, but we need dim.x. Again, no match found, so it's not yet in database. And also on this screen you will not see any of waypoints begin with dim or something like that. So now I will show you how to add ILS to this runway. Let's go to File, New Project. Here you need to input any project name. Again, it will be UKKT Showcase ILS and Waypoints. Okay, create new project. And also maybe you will need to choose some kind of project folder here. For me it's my projects. Just copy this information, click create new project, next click packages, next click here custom, click here scenery, and click here display title, and just add here as the same name that you have copy pasted before. Okay, and click here scenery, click next. Here just a set group name, again just pass the same that you have copied before, and click empty airport. I do not know if it's very important or no, just do like me and you will be fine. Then you will see this window, project editor and inspector. Maybe you will see inspector first, just check it and click here build a package. Then you will need to wait a few seconds until you will see a console. Now it is creating some folders inside your computer for this project. And then you will see console, nil errors, 0 errors, and it's fine for us. Now we come back to project editor, click here on a white one name, go in inspector and click load in editor. Okay, we have see that view has changed, and now we can go to our project folder. For me it is folder E, add-ons and my projects folder, and here you can see UKKT Showcase ILS Waypoint. And again you will see this basic 5 folders and 1 file. Then next you need to go to package sources, scenery, and click few times to this folder until you will see a file, XML file. Click right button and open it with Notepad, just basic program, Notepad, and you will see something like this. After it, before airport, you need to input all information about ILS that we have already created. So just copy this text, copy and insert before an airport. Okay, and after airport, you can copy all these 3 waypoints. I will show for you, it's just for example, you can put here 100 of waypoints, it depends on you. Okay, just copy paste here, click save, then come back to our Microsoft Flight Simulator, click project editor and click here build all. Now again it is stuck a little bit and it is generating some kind of files, and we just waiting when console will show that no errors will be here. Again you can see 0 errors, so we are fine. Now we can close the Microsoft Flight Simulator and come back to our folder here. Come back to our basic folder. Yes, it is. And what we need to go to packages, and you need to copy this folder from packages, just copy it, and add it to your community folder in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Community, and click add here, okay? And one more thing that we need to do, you need to go to your folder Microsoft Flight Simulator. You will find to this folder, you see, it is if you have Microsoft Flight Simulator version. If you have Steam version, I think you know where is the same folders are located in your case. So go to LocalCache file, and here you will find context.xml file. If you not find it, you can download my example in the description and paste it here. Okay, for me it is already created, and now you need to open it with Notepad again. Open with Notepad, and you will see something like that. Okay, before priorities, first of all, just copy the last one that you have here. For me it is, you can see how much here different folders. Just copy last one, change the priority, you see 9, 10, 11, 12, and now delete this name in brackets, and we need to insert here our folders that we have already copy pasted to the community folder. Just click here, copy, and insert here. You can see that now we have UKKT, Showcase, ILS, Waypoint. Now click Save, and it's pretty much it. Now I will come back to you when I will run my Microsoft Flight Simulator, and we will check if ILS and waypoints are in game. Okay guys, I am back to you. Now let's check if our waypoints are in game. We can do it on a map. Scroll down. Unfortunately, it's almost impossible to find here. We are already in called mat. Let's check the M999. The M999, and you can see that Arnav waypoint has created, and it's on the landing course, so it's the exact position that we want to. Okay, and next one is waypoint DIM-X6. Let's check DIM-X6. Again, you can see this triangle, so it's kind of route waypoint, and it's over living over some place where people live, over the houses. Okay, so now we almost sure that everything is fine. We have done pretty good work, and let's check ILS. How to do it? For me, I just check landing runway that I want to. This one, runway 14, set it for arrival. And custom departure, I want to start to descend from here, but I need to make some changes. Let it be 2500 feet, not to be too high, and to catch localizer in time. Now we are fine. I click fly, and here in the air we will try to catch localizer and actually landing using an ILS. And maybe we can make some kind of route, for example, in case we will go around. Let's try to do it and put in the flight plan. Okay, I click pause. Okay, pause here, and just need to do some actions. First of all, I click FMS speed, manual speed, because I don't want to be so fast. And let's tune on, for example, 110 knots. Okay, flaps 15, we can retract our landing gear. Okay, and let's check if we can tune our ILS. Now go to radius, now 1, and our frequency that we have put here is 111.1 and ident is IXO, so we expect to see it. We need to click navigation source is LOC 1, and now you can see that course is already inserted automatically inside our navigation, and you can see that identification of ILS near the frequency already here too. Okay, that's fine. ILS, I think it works fine now, and we can also see localizer that it is little bit left from us, and you can see runway. Let's check navigational points, go to MFD, flight plan, and add some kind of en route waypoint. First that we have created it is mat. Enter. It's NDBs. Why? Let's check is VOR from previous our example is exist. Let it call S. Yes, it's VR from previous exists, so do not use. Sorry, I will not delete it. So do not use this kind of waypoints to create VORs because it's not working. Maybe I don't know actually why. So for VOR it's a little bit, I don't know why it's not useful. Let's check dim 999. The M 999, you can see that it's waypoint somewhere here, yes, in front of us, the M999, and insert before. Let's check dim XX. Okay, dim XX, enter. And you can see dim XX waypoint already created too, so we are fine with it. Dim XX waypoint. Perfectly. So from now we can delete it now. And for approach we will use autopilot. I will tune on approach mode, and you will see that immediately we are on localizer and glide slope are cached. So I just come back to approach. For navigation I will nav source click localizer 1, and when I turn off autopilot I expect that aircraft will automatically land in the place that we are needed. So on the runway. Let's go. Where is turn off pause? Okay, aircraft start to descend now. Reduce power. And I expect that we will automatically land on this runway. Maybe we can set up higher speed because it's just for our experiment, just to be more fast. Okay, and I will expedite this video in order to it to be more fast. And also you can see that actually green ramp appears here, so we are on glide slope, and here you can see that we are on localizer, and the landing course is established. Okay, and to be more precise, I go to weather settings, and we will use no wind. Okay, for now we are looking good. Maybe a little bit to the left from the runway. But it's fine, we can do some corrections. I am still not touch anything. Okay, so you see that it works fine. What you can do now in the little nav map, now you can see the actual trajectory of your flight. So you can see that we were fly a little bit to the left from the runway. So to be more precise, you can move the location of localizer little bit to the left, for example, to somewhere here. And then you will be more precise, or you can change the value of magnetic variation. But anyway, it's plus minus fine for us. You can play with these values little bit, with this value and with maybe heading node, because heading need to be still shown like runway heading, approach heading. So you can move little bit localizer and move little bit, change little bit magnetic variation. In previous video I have showed you how to edit project, just not click new project but open recent project, then click project editor, click blue arrow, click on the name of your scenery in white, then go to inspector, load in editor your project. Again, if you not see inspector, you can click view and then you will see this inspector. Click load in editor, also you can move this window. Okay, white, go to inspector, click load in editor, and now you can edit your project like before. So come back to your project folder, add-ons, my projects, package sources, and again open using Notepad, basic Windows program, and your project. You will not see changes that you have applied before, so do repeat again what you have seen previously. So this is all for this video. In the next video I will show you how to program departure arrival procedures in Boeing 737 using their database, because it's very easy to do it there. In case you want to do some seed star approach procedures inside the game for all aircraft, I will leave a link in the description to this example. Actually, for me it's not working fine. I miss something here and I do not see any of these procedures, but you can try using this information to do your procedure inside a game. But for me, only for Boeing 737 I find how to do it. And for today's video that's all, and see you in the next video in a few days. Bye bye.